Hi.
And welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Earth.
Good day.
Welcome to the big show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mr. A. Good to have you back online again. Today we're going to take a look at combinations, and this is part of Chapter 12. And we'll be talking specifically today about Section 12.2, and one of the parts of this section is understanding and versus or. So I thought we'd start you off with a little quote of the day from Leonardo da Vinci. It says, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." That's deep, but he was a pretty smart guy. Again, we're in Section 12.2 talking about combinations. There's the objective for the section. There's the standard that we're covering, just so you know that we're not doing something totally crazy. We are covering a standard. And again, we're talking about and versus or. And you might think that's pretty simple and that there's not really a whole lot to understand. But let's take a look at this a little bit more in depth. Okay, a really simplistic example is, let's say we're talking about what you're going to do for the weekend. And you say, well, I'm either going to the baseball game, and hopefully your version of the baseball game turns out better than this guy's experience was, right? Baseball in the face, probably at 80 to 90 miles an hour. And you say, we're either going to go to the baseball game or we're going to go to the beach. And by the way, this is a picture of an indoor beach, kind of like a dome with a roof that slides to expose the sky or to close it up, and climate controlled in there. That's in Japan. So you say, we're going to go to the baseball game or we're going to the beach. Well, that means that you have two possibilities. You're going to the game or you're going to go to the beach. It's one or the other. So you have two possibilities for the day. Okay, you say this is or, and there are two possibilities for the day, and you just have to pick one. Okay, that's or. All right. Well, let's take a look at, what if we said and? What if you said, you know what, I'm going to go to the game and I'm going to the beach? Well, what are you going to do? Going to the game and the beach, you're only going to do really one, you only have one choice, let's put it that way. You only have one possibility of what you're going to do for the day. It's not like with or, we said we're doing one or the other. This is and, where we say we're doing both. So it's inclusive of both. Okay, so just a quick rundown of what and or mean. Now let's take a look at TGI Fridays. Now we don't have one in town, but for some odd reason we always get the commercials, right? And I don't understand it either, that we get the commercials but we don't have the restaurant in town. Okay, whatever. Well, TGI Fridays, they came out with this this special deal a while back where you pay one price and you get to pick off of different sections of the menu. Like you got to pick one appetizer and you got to choose from three of those. You got to pick one entree and one dessert, and the whole thing costs like $10 or whatever. Okay, so let's take a TGI Fridays look at combinations. And we're going to kind of make our own Friday special just to kind of control the numbers a little bit. And let's say that we were going to pick one salad, okay, and pick one entree, and we're going to ditch the dessert because it's New Year's, got our New Year's resolution, right? We're going to eat better, all that stuff. And I've had the same New Year's resolution for the past 6 years. So I don't know if I'm going to stick to it this year either, but we'll give it a shot. So Friday special, let's say it's pick one salad and you've got 3 to choose from. And then you're going to pick one entree and there's 4 to choose from. So let's see what that would look like. And let's talk about what this would be in the or situation. Well, over on the left-hand side, we've got our 3 salads to pick from. And over on the right-hand side, we've got our 4 entrees. Okay, with some beef, some chicken, some pasta, all that good stuff. So what if I said you get to pick, let's do our little version of this, you get to pick a salad or an entree. Okay, you get to pick one salad or one entree. Well, how many choices do you have? Well, you're going to end up with only one plate, right? It's either going to be a salad or an entree. So how many choices do we have? Well, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like we have 7 choices because we're going to pick one from this group of 7. It's either one salad or one entree but not both. So maybe, you know, you're eating light today. Well, it looks like, to me, let's just kind of reason this out. Looks like over here I've got 3 salads and I've got 4 entrees. Well, what do I do to those to get 7? Yeah, it looks like I add them together. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. So when we say or, what we're talking about is we are choosing from both of these sides combined. So we're kind of adding all the salads and the entrees into one pot, and we're going to pick one. Okay, so or is, looks like or is addition. Okay, salad or entree, we're going to add them all together and pick one. Well, what if I turned it around on you and said we're going to pick 1 salad and 1 entree? Well, think about that. How many possible combinations could you have? I mean, it looks to me we could sit here and say, well, maybe I'll pick this first entree or that first salad. I'm going to pick that salad, and then what possible combination entree could you have with that? Well, you could have this one or the pasta or whatever that stuff is down there. You could have any one of those things, right? So it looks like if we consider just this first salad, we have 4 possible combinations we could have for lunch. So how tough is this going to be? I mean, if we went into Fridays and thought, I'm going to go into Fridays every day until I eat all the possible combinations, if I'm looking at and, what would that be? Well, it looks like this. We've got salad number 1, and I could pair it up with any of those 4 entrees. And if I went in another time and had salad number 2, I could pair it up with any of the 4 entrees. And again, salad number 3, I could pair it up with any of those 4 entrees. So it looks like to me I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it looks like to me there are 12 possibilities. So in other words, I'm not going to be able to get through the entire menu unless I go at least 12 times. Well, what does that look like? Again, we had 3 salads, 4 entrees. So what do I do with those to get 12? Yeah, it looks like we multiply them. 3 times 4 equals 12. So when we say and, we're going to pick a salad and an entree, and we're taking 1 from each, then we're going to multiply how many possibilities we have in each pile to get what are the total number of combinations. So again, if you look at this like, I'm going to go into Fridays every time until I get all the possible combos, then you've got 1 of 3 salads to pick from, and then you've got 1 of 4 entrees to pick from. And depending on the salad that you pick and the entree that you pick, you'd have to go in 12 different times. So I hope you're hungry. Hope you got a lot of cash set aside. Because even at $10 a pop, that's $120, right? So that's just a little insight into the and versus or side of combinations. Remember, or was add, and just kind of gave us multiply. So I hope that sheds a little bit of light on it for you, and we'll see you in class.